never match me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Snatch and start the lot. Go ahead, jump and hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro. Where your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show him skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry the cold as steel. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show him skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no fear. See that pain in my eye, they know it's real. Yeah. Wait before the deal.
Blow your mind.
I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geek, too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Yeah, ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geek, too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it.
Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. First carry for James Conner. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Black 20. Right there in the middle. 55. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
On second and 15 now. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What is that? 19! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! 29! Hey,
now a first down throw. Watson got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Block 80! Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. Black and third!
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 48 yards. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Connor on first down, able to take this one forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready? White 80? You don't want nothing, baby. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see. Quarter. You don't want black.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
55. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Check 16. Switch. Look, this way.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make.
Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Come on, no time now.
Watson on 3rd down. From left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. On 1st down, here's Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger off the edge. It's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. That's complete to Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. And I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Watson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have to reach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, Watson. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Samuels. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 51. Go, go, go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep here for Parker. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is fielded at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Conner. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Parker. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this would basically
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one.
And he's going to go down again. Aaron Lynch, he's the one that drops in this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
All right, now. All right, 80. 51. It's just me and you. It's just... Here we go.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Ben to throw again. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Roethlisberger now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Connor on the toss play. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Connor. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run for him with Connor. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown of the new season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Connor on 1st down going to be stopped up as he'll lose about 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Space to run past the 20, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now it's Watson. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, Samuels. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. He's back to throw, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
They're going to run. Here's Conner, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.